What's up, twins and friends? It's your boy Kalen Trades back with another video. Hey man, look, I got the craziest indicator of all time. A lot of people in my Discord caught this move today, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that. So we're going to start off just with a few rules that we have regarding the indicator to make sure that you have a full grasp of it. If you got the indicator already, this video is going to be for you. So let's go right into my link tree. So you'll find this if you go to my link tree, Kalen Trades link tree. You can Google it, or it'll be in my bio somewhere, and you'll click course indicator bundle. So what you want to do is you want to drop down. This is if you don't have the course. You want to go to where it says, actually, sorry, it's already right here, course and indicator bundle. Now, if you got the course already, just go ahead and get the indicator. If you don't want either and you just want the course and trade yourself, then go ahead and get that. We dropped the price to $197. It was $300. We just dropped that. So the indicator itself, along with the course, is also $197. That price will change very soon, but I just want to let you know that's where it's at right now. So once you do that, you'll go and claim indicator on WAP. Of course, you'll put your information in there. And then what I'll do on my side, you have to DM me. So DM me on Threads, DM me on Instagram, or DM me on Discord. Primarily Discord, please. I respond on Discord a lot faster. All you have to do is send the receipt and tell me what your username is. Don't send a whole paragraph. It's gonna be a lot harder for me. Just send the receipt. And if you can, in another message, send your username so I can just copy it and paste it in TradingView. Okay, y'all, as I was editing this video, I completely forgot to say that as soon as you get it, you're gonna go to indicators, or you could do this on your phone as well. You're gonna go to indicators, you're gonna go to invite only, and that's where you'll see the secret sauce indicator. Now, if you're on TradingView and then you get it, you gotta refresh TradingView, close the app, bring it back up, and then put it on there. That's how it works. So here's the rules. Let's start off. So you're gonna trade when volume is at 500. So let me explain that really quick. So when price is, moving up and down, let's say like right here, there's two ways you can check it. You'll have a number right here where it shows you what the volume is. As you can see, as I'm scrolling around, it moves, it moves, it moves. Or what you can do is you can hold shift on your keyboard, press, and then scan it up or draw it up, and it'll tell you what the volume is. So if you scan it or, pull it up, scan, it shows you that it's at, let's do right here, 1.98. That's perfect. So when we entered this trade, I believe the average was, let's see, we had an 800. Yeah, so we're at 500 now. So these pushes were about 500. Momentum got lost, went down, boom, and 800 for the candle. So I would say if they average out to 500 plus, that'd be cool. Most of these did not average out to 500 plus. That's why directly after it hit our TP, it just fell. So that's why you got to be very, very careful. Make sure the average price is around 500 plus. And that's being a little bit more aggressive. What I would say is honestly, have them more close to 1,000 if you can. So that's the first rule. That way you don't get faked out. That way it doesn't print a buy or sell signal and it's really not time yet. So the second rule is if price is choppy, ignore the signal. We're gonna back test and go through a whole bunch of different examples, but these are just the rules before we get into it. So if price is choppy, ignore the signal, don't trade it. I don't care if it tells you buy, sell, whatever, don't do it. It is an indicator. It is not perfect. It's just there to give you guidance to execute the trade. And I'll also even add, you don't have to go for a one-on-one. The reason it's at a one-on-one right now is because that's typically what price is giving. Just in this era of trading, it's just a really hard time right now. So it's price action is just awkward. So I like to get those base hits and go for the one-on-ones. And then last rule that I have before we get into the back testing portion is 1 loss per day. If you take more than 1 loss, that's on you. But I want to encourage you to only take 1 loss per day. Another thing that you can also do with the indicator, let's fast forward price. And a really cool thing that you can do is if you go to alerts, what I typically do is I put an alert down here, boom, just adds an alert, and then I'll put an alert up here. That way it tells me when price is hitting either one of these lines. But another thing that you can do is you can add another alert and you can put it on the secret sauce indicator. You hit continue anyway, and then you double click it, and then it tells you what you want it to do. So you put 2 of them, you put the limit buy and then you put the limit sell. You could do it once only, or you could do it once per bar, you could do it once per minute. But then when you're finished with the session, you want to be able to go into your alerts area, which is right here, and you want to just go to it and just cancel it out. The log, cancel all of that stuff out. That way you're not getting spammed with alerts. Those are the ways that you can alert yourself so you don't have to stare at the charts to wait for it, because there's not a buy and sell indication that comes up and stays up. It comes up when it's time to go, and it's done when it's done. All right, so people typically ask, does this work for Forex and futures and stock options? Like, which one? It works for Forex, futures, crypto. I don't know about stocks and options. I still haven't tested it yet, but let's go ahead and take price back. I got great news for you guys today. Prop Firm Match is the leading prop firm comparison platform on the internet, and they got live reviews, so you don't have to worry about being scammed. There's so many times where I've been scammed by these prop firms, bruh. You can actually customize what you're looking for in the challenge. So if you want to pass in one day, or if you want to get instant funding, if you even want to take your time with a prop firm and you like, I want to take a couple weeks, couple months to be able to do a prop firm match, will help you with that, bruh. Trust me, they only go with the real prop firms that are going to get you those big payouts. And if you know anything about the channel, you know that I'm trying to get funded $2 million and run up the bag. Prop Firm Match is going to help me be able to do that, because they only mess with legit brokers, and they'll be able to help you, bro. So what are you waiting for, man? Come on. I think these will be really good examples for what it'll look like. So actually, let's even take it back right here, because I think this might be a perfect example of what it would look like when price finally breaks through. So you got your high and you got your low. It's trying to respect the highs and lows. It does it for you. It'll even adjust for you, which is really cool. So what we want to do is drop to the 1 minute. Our alert would have got triggered. So what I'm hoping for is that price would have drawn up a stop order. Let's see. Boom, perfect. Okay, now this is a great example. Somebody asked me this already in the Discord. What happens if price doesn't come back to the zone? You got two options, because remember, you only got one trade a day. What we do once price breaks through a zone is that's the only time that we'll actually chase price. Now, when I try to put that coding in, which I can do updates, and I'll be updating this regularly, but as of right now, it won't do it. And so what you'll have to end up doing is dragging it down at your own risk. Remember, at your own risk. Also, another thing, it only pops up on the 1 minute. Buy and sell only pop up on the 1 minute. But at your own risk, you can either go for this fair value gap, or you can wait for it to try to retrace to that one. And so let's see what happens. Okay. Boom. So the indicator did tell you to take a sell. It didn't want to chase price, but that's where you'll have to use your own disclaimer. And so I'll even say, let's take that down, because we go for one-on-ones on this one. Now, if you want to use my secret sauce strategy of how I exit the market, you can actually go for a 1 or 2. The thing is, you're going to have to trail. And so what I do is, let's just say I got him right here. What I need price to do is break structure with the body close right here. Damn, I'm giving y'all the sauce, man. I shouldn't have been giving y'all the sauce. And so because price broke structure with a body close, this is now a risk-free trade. And you'll do this on all of them. And so price got us out right here. So that's essentially what you do. Now you got another indicator right here. Let's just say you came late in the market. This one seems to be a little bit more ideal. So let's just say you got for a 1-on-1 right here. I'll take it down, be 1-on-1. So you got triggered in right here, and I think did it get you? Let me see. Let's take it back. Let me see. Let me make sure. Okay, yep. Okay, right here. Boom. Okay. Yeah, there you go. 1-on-1. Okay, perfect. Okay, I was just making sure I wasn't tripping. I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta fix this on a little bit. So that's essentially how we're doing it. So let's go ahead and look for a buy example. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section or hit me up in the DMs, and I will answer them for y'all. I'll go ahead and answer them for y'all. All right, let's see. All right, so we got our 15-minute high and low. Let's go ahead and try to. All right, area broke right here. I'm gonna definitely have to rewind, so let's take it back. All right, so remember, 1 trade a day. Boom. Okay, so remember, we do want the stop loss to be above the line, but this one, it's a big push. We got to make sure it meets our criteria. Most of these are pushing very well. You have 2 options. You can either enter at this fair value gap right here, and go for 1-to-1. Or you can enter at the most recent one. What I typically like to do is go for the most recent one and cover 2 fair value gaps. So let's see what happens. Boom. So, all right, I would have hit. Let's see if the second one would have hit if you came in a little late. Boom, you would have hit. So that's another really good example. You want to make sure that you're getting in early because price is not going to go up forever. It's not going to go down forever. That's the reason why we only go for 1-to-1s, because the way price has just been moving lately is not going in one singular direction for a long time. It's typically going in an explosive motion for a little bit and then reversing. That's just what price is doing. So you got a lot of alerts that pop up to try to give out opportunities, but a lot of times it's not going to do it right now. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Of course, the indicator is going to be updated a whole bunch of times just to be able to give people a lot of help and just experience and all of that stuff. This is really to help people get their psychology in place to not overtrade and to not make bad decisions in the market and be able to get additional help. Remember, it is an indicator and not a financial advisor. So I just want to just clear the air on that. And please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. And if you have any additional questions, just hit me up.